So looking at this farm and where we can make improvements, look, there's lots of areas. I suppose for a dairy farmer or any farmer, some of the, challenges of making improvements, you're trying to make the improvements, but it has to make financial sense. So we talk about that financial or economic sustainability as well. But some of the areas where we can definitely improve is just the roadway in we saw. Like, ideally, we'd have a separate roadway for machinery coming in, so the milk lorry and just different machinery, tractors and so on, and the cows would be separate for that. In the front of the farm, it's not separate, whereas in the back of the farm, there's a separate roadway for the cows. Another area, if you look at the milking parlour, it's not the most modern milking parlour. Yes, it does work well, but I suppose where we could improve on it, like if you think about, we have 100 cows, and that means there's 10 units, that means there's 10 runs. Okay, if we had, we'll say 15 units instead, it would make things, it'd speed up milking times. It's going to cut down on energy costs, because when the milking machine is going, it's using lots and lots of electricity. Things like ACRs, which are automatic cluster removers. So you'll see in the video previous, like I take off the cluster when the cow is milked, whereas there's sensors on them that'll just be released when the cow is milked. And again, that takes human error out of it as well, because it's the same every time the cows are milked, and they're milked twice a day for 305 days here on this farm. Okay, because we dry them off just beforehand. But that's an example of technology. There's also, you might see those necklaces that some of the cows have. They're not for aesthetics, they are for their activity monitors, but also for drafting. So for example, when I talked about AIing the cows earlier, they have to be separated, and we have to separate them in so the AI technician can AI them. So with technology now, it's all censored, that they'll be drafted off to an area where the crush is, so I don't have to get up out of the pit of the parlour and go out and move animals. Another thing that we could look at is obviously milking robots, but we're probably not situated, we haven't all our land in one good block, so it probably doesn't suit us to do that, but who knows down the future what that might hold. So there's lots of areas, like even going back to the boiler in the milking area. So if we were to get solar panels, we're going to cut down on costs there as well for that. In terms of the environment then, we've actually sown wildflower on the bank, just at the back of the farm where we had a new shed. There was a bank of wildflower, and that increases biodiversity. And biodiversity is kind of like a buzzword in agricultural science at the moment. If you give that answer when you're talking about how to improve any farmyard layout, biodiversity, you'll also see that there's lots of trees around the farm. That is better for the environment as well. So yes, there's lots of good things here, but there's always things to improve on. Even looking at this silage pit, if we had a wall here with handrails, that would be better for health and safety as well. So there's always room for improvement, and always things we need to improve on here on this farm.